Hello, welcome back. I haven't played this in a while, but I still like the game. The issue is, as you can see, my premium is expiring today, and I just don't see any reason to renew it because they had a lot of events and a lot of cool stuff, and I reached level 80 a while back. I could have reached level 80 much faster, but there was no point because even if you reach level 80, to craft stuff you need resources. To get resources, you need to play daily. To play daily, you probably will need the premium pass to get more missions and more weeklies, but it's kind of like, I don't know, a vicious cycle that never ends because there's no new content and the developers are not making new content, they're just adding a few mechs here and there that are basically the same without modifying anything really. They also had the playtest where they decided to nerf the flamers and buff some other stuff, but that patch never happened. So I don't know what happened with that playtest. It was kind of weird. So, I don't know. I just don't see any point in playing because the developers are not changing the game formula. They're not adding new maps or new game modes. They're only adding new mechs which nobody plays with because they're pretty bad compared to what else you have. Plus, how can you expect a new mech to be good when it doesn't have any upgrades? People have maxed out mechs, and to max out a single mech with its weapons, its pilot, its chassis components and the other stuff, its skills as well, you probably need to play 30 days. So upgrading a full mech to maximum, you need about 30 days. It's a joke and I'm not sure the developers can do about it, but nobody will play with new mechs because they'll be incredibly weak. And you might think, well, you just add the chassis on another mech. Yeah, but most of the times that doesn't work because of the weight restrictions and some of the other stuff. So the game is in a very weird position right now because they really need a win and they really need to improve the game. So I don't know what will happen. I guess we'll have to wait until the big update next month. But I don't think I'll not renew my premium because there's no point. I just don't see what you can do. I mean, I'm not saying the game should be slower, don't get me wrong. The game is super slow as it is, even with the buffs to experience and money and the other stuff, but I don't know. Oh yeah, let's check the stuff before we play a game. I don't know, I feel like they're missing a lot of the points of having a game like this. But they're not the only ones doing it. I see a lot of developers doing something like this. They make a massively multiplayer game, an MMO basically, or just a game that is played by a lot of people, but then they don't have a plan for the content, they don't have a plan for the monetization, they don't have a plan for much else, to be honest. And even if I buy, let's say, a new pilot, it takes forever to level them up, so they'll be weaker than my current pilots at this point. So basically, all I have to do right now is play every day for 1 hour and buy salvage, and that's all I'm doing, and I feel a bit tired. Let's play. Mostly because your weapons don't get stronger or your mech doesn't get much stronger after you have everything at around level 7 or 9, or depends on the weapon or armor or gear piece. So, I don't know, it's a weird mix of fun gameplay. Monetization is probably the most fair monetization I've seen in a game. And I say this because I've played Enlisted. Enlisted is some of the I don't have any words to explain how unfair Enlisted is. With you can get more slots for units, you can get pay to win stuff, you can even get pay to win vehicles, you can get so many things in that game. And in this game you just can get everything by playing the game, more or less. There are a few exceptions. And also I think the player base is doing very poorly because the games are slower to get. So I'm kind of concerned about the future of the game. I'll not be buying more premium passes or battle passes or anything like that. Maybe they can make the game, they can change the game or make the game come around after the big update, but I'm kind of doubting it. I don't think they had enough content to begin with, and the competitor of this game, Steel Hunters, okay, let's wait for that. Steel Hunters is in an even worse position because they basically have a lot less content than this game, but they also have a lot less customization options than this game. So I guess the developers did what they could with what they had. This is still a mobile game, and I think it's a pretty successful mobile game, and I saw a lot of cool stuff. It's just no point. You need to play so much just to be able to play with a new mech. That's not the point, is it? You'll also be facing players that don't really care about new stuff either, and they just have maxed out mechs that they use to completely destroy your stuff. So, probably I was kind of like a mid to high tier player, and now I don't remember anything. Okay, it's deathmatch, it's not... Wait, is this the last mech standing? Because that's a game mode I hate all the time. Yeah. You know what? Get me out of here. I am not interested in playing a camping match again. I haven't fixed this issue. It's one of the biggest problems and something that people complain the most about. Unless you get a fun game mode, nobody will really play. Especially on that map, where they're just camping one side of the map and the other side has to attack them, and the side that loses the most camping matches loses the game. I don't know. It's a mixed bag, but I generally try to be very, very truthful about what I think about the game, and usually I am, but in this case it's a little harder because, again, this is the best free-to-play game in terms of how fair it is, but at the same time the developers are failing to actually improve their game quite a bit. This is not going to be... We'll play the next game, whatever it is. But I already saw those people camping there looking at me, and I just got horrible flashbacks of me trying to have fun in the game in the beginning of the game, and enemies and people, players, who just high maxed upgrade mechs just sniping me. Well, I have a few resources I could use, but again, it's the same thing. I have a lot of intel. I have a few things I can use, but again, it's not much point in me playing more than this, because my mechs will not get better. So the point right now is to try something new, but can we really try something new at this stage of the game? Because that's another issue. If you have, let's say, 5 maxed out mechs and you want to try 2 new mechs, you'll still be in the same league as you had 5 max upgrade mechs. So it's kind of a tricky situation. I think the developers could introduce a single mech gameplay mode where you just have a single mech and you respawn. Oh, perfect. Yes, thank you. Playing with a single mech, so you can actually upgrade that mech's pilot and whatever else you want to test fully. That would be an interesting game mode. I think I would like that. But of course, no range mechs. That would be... Well, I guess you can... If the enemy team can only use a single mech, most of them will probably prefer to use the close encounter or mid-range mechs, because a long-range mech would be devastated by flamer bots, invisible flamer bots everywhere. Huh. So I guess even a small change like that in the gameplay mode would be a huge change. And that would mean your mechs will be in a different league on themselves. I don't know. They could still do a lot of things, but I think they're just catering to the whales, like any whales, though, you know, the big whales that swim in the ocean. They have the big wallets, yeah. I don't know why that flap opens when I do that. It's kind of annoying and distracting.
Allies hold more walk gates.
But I'll probably play the new update when it's ready to be played. No premium though, no point in having a premium at this stage of the game, and 100 hours into the game and I have the mechs I want. So I don't really want to change them.
Restoring fuel.
What? Why are they not taking the point? I don't get it.
Enemies hold more walk gates. Allies hold more walk gates.
Oh, that's going to hurt. Yeah, the movement is very weird and I like it to be weird like this. You need to practice with it. Looks like the enemy team is weaker than usual. I came over here to contest this exact spot, but there's no one in this exact spot. Oh yeah, this would be... I don't want to say an easy game, but maybe... too easy. You just sit over here and nothing will happen to us. I just like the reload animations. They had such a great expertise with the animations as well. Look at each individual missile being reloaded into the gun.
Allies hold more walk gates.
This is weird because we cannot find the
Enemies
enemies.
hold more walk gates.
Okay, I'm still pushing him off the cap. Oh man, the message of incoming missiles scares everyone in this game. I'm not going to try and hunt them. Ouch. Yeah, and the next step would be to upgrade my missile and my other stuff, but to be honest, I don't think I want to invest that many resources into upgrading small stuff, but I guess over-investing in a mech is the way to go.
Deployed.
I don't know, looks like we're pretty much winning without any opposition.
Enemies hold more walk gates.
I'm not even worried about this. Oh, we didn't get smashed?
Restoring
How?
fuel.
Now it got smashed. Incoming missiles. Yeah. Our problem is this game, but I think I've played as much as I could. And it would not be fun to play beyond this point. This is such a good combination of the shield and the healing and the fuel, extra fuel. Ah, this is our point now. Yeah, go Titan mode.
Allies hold more walk
One thing I
gates.
would like to do is upgrade my Titan to the max, but I don't think I'll have time. Oh, that sound of broken plates. I'll miss it. Unless it's being directed at me.
Incoming missiles.
Enemies hold more walk gates.
Well, I didn't really manage to push them off the point.
Enemy Titan deployed.
Well, and then. Now let's play with my Big Mac, the one that I farmed so much to actually make it playable and usable.
Movement impaired.
Ah, got it. Yeah, poor mech. This is my Titan Destroyer, my Point Taker, my... Okay, that was horrible. What? How did they manage to get what? They had a big advantage and now it seems like they're catching up very well. Shooting behind corners is not my strong suit. Okay, so on what I want to do is flank. Oh, yeah. The maps, we need new maps, otherwise this will be too easy for the veterans like me. I'm also starting to miss my attacks. Yeah, I need to practice more so I am fully prepared for this.
Allies hold more warp gates.
Is the Punisher? I also invested so much into this bot and rarely used it because by the time it was good,
Enemy Titan deployed.
sucks. Okay, let's go to point A and capture it. So much time invested in this bot and now I don't really play it either. This is the Siren, so I can freeze the enemies and use...
Enemy crippled.
Good luck. Such an annoying mech.
Allies hold more warp gates.
You might lose this match, right? See, this is what I like about the game. Even though you feel like you're winning, at some point it will change.
Allies are close to victory.
Yeah, at this point we should only focus on defending. Oh wait, I saw what's happening there.
Incoming missiles.
Enemies hold more warp gates.
They might have reduced the amount of freeze it gets because that guy was able to move super fast. How did it survive? No idea.
Enemies hold more warp gates.
But okay, so this is where things get a little annoying. My team is not getting the points. Doesn't matter, go get the point. Or we lose the game. That was funny, we're chasing the kills and we almost lost the game.
Allies hold
Oh,
more warp gates.
I think we lost already. We lost, but it was a very close game. So see, this is kind of like the interesting part of the game. Yeah, great game, kind of plagued by many issues. Could have played better, I was not really warmed up. First win of the game. Also, let's see how this is badly skewed against the players. So, 1000. This should be the highest amount of salvage you can get, but as you can see I'm only getting the smallest amount, which is the most horrible deal. See, stuff like this is what makes me not trust the game anymore, so I had so many... Of course. This is 100% not randomized. As you can see, if you buy it 3 or 4 or 5 times, you always get the 1000 version, and then when I run out of money to buy it, they just gave me the 6000, which is the one that is actually worth buying. The other ones you lose a little bit of stuff. I don't know. I guess small things will definitely make the game less enjoyable and kill the player experience. So I probably need to upgrade this first of all. Oh. Of course I don't have enough salvage because I ended up buying the worst ones. Anyway, it's a good game. I'll not buy the premium pass anymore. See you at the next big update, and probably that will, if the update is not good, that will probably be my last video of the game. Bye bye.